Okay, so we are again short, coming in a little later, 66.0375. And we're watching for 95 down here to break. They just dove down to 96 quarter. So we're looking for 95 to break, and I had called that number a couple minutes ago, and they went right just a couple ticks above that number. So we're still watching for 95, 96, whatever to break now. We can get 96 to crack, and they start putting some pressure on that. I am ultimately looking for a move potentially down to 85. I said 80 a second ago. That could still be in the cards if our scenario pans out. That's not so much the issue as getting them to start working the downside. We got to get that price under. It basically got to hold 66.10, and we got to get that price. Um, Real key level is 93.50, 96, 95, 93.50. That little zone between 93.50 and 96. We got to crack that zone on the downside to really see that sell side start working. And the way these riggers have been today, man, they buy these dips and they're just goosing them straight up. And that's fine because our SSO, which is our double long S&P that we all got long in, right? Or most of us. I mean, some of you might have didn't believe me when that market was getting hammered. I'm telling you to buy it. You maybe were scared out of the markets, but it was a standard buying when there's blood in the streets type of deal. And we added the position on Friday. The room was closed on Friday, but on that down day, I was adding the position. I mentioned that first thing on Monday with the markets dipping back lower, and it was still trading down around that SSO was around 101 bucks. So this is turning into, I think, it's going to be like a patient. Let's say go back up to 6610. I hope not. This is going to be a patient hold on the sell side here for this incredibly overcooked upside market here to get blasted back lower, and I'm looking for them to come down to this 85 area down here. Might have to adjust that down. We'll have to see, but that's what my setup's calling for. Let's do this. Let's run the fibs on this last move. Boy, that was a whopper. God, you can't even run the fibs because it's just so extreme move, which is great. But yeah, let's run them anyway. Let's run them right from this 77, and we take them up here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to widen this out now, open up our candles. And what we've got now are really key fib levels. Now, first of all, you can see from this high, this is the 50% retrace level. So that's looking good. There's that 95, 96 coming in. The full fib retrace is at 91.50, which is going to be a key number. But if we can hold them under 95, bust 91 out, the extreme fib move runs them down to 86.50. Now that was originally where I was suggesting we would look to take profit right around 85. So let's see if we can get them down there now, and then the full retrace will be down around 77. I'm inclined to look for a move down to 80 now, the way things are looking here. Let's try to see if we can bust this fib number here. I mean, they're going to toy around with it a little bit and maybe try to re-goose them back up a little. But busting out 92, I'm going to watch for a move down to 86, 85, 86 area, and I'm going to attempt to hold for a move down to 81. Remember that original 81 we were working before? I'm going to still watch for that move down to 80. 81 is the new target for this move. Okay, you got to crack 92 here, just so you understand what we're doing. This is swing trade now, so we're busting 92. So at swing trade for multiple contract holders, you want right here. You want to take 10 points on partial. See that move? 375. They went right here to 391.75. Those who have been in our room a long time are experienced. They know we always take on a swing trade, which is what this is. We take 10 points off of a partial. If you're trading 3 contracts, you take 1 off. If you're trading 10, you take off like 2 or 3. That's the way it works. So I'm going to write that down. We got plus 10 on a partial so far in this trade at 93.75. We're watching for 92 to bust 92, smash them down a little harder, working them down towards this yellow line around 87. That's where we're going to take a second level partial off at 87. And then ideally, in a perfect scenario here, they're going to bust 87 and crack 87 down, where I'm going to be watching for move to 81. I'll mark that here in the chart. This is going to be our target goal right here. I'm going to change the color to like a greenish color. There's one here. And make it a nice big thick line so you can really see it there. That's the goal. Down here, busting, holding steady under 92, breaking down to 80. This 87 level is going to be our second partial profit level. Okay, so breaking under 92, taking a second partial. We already took 10 points partial on that 93.75 because we're short at 03.75. And then we're going to watch for a move down to 87 to take a second level partial move off. And then in a perfect world, we'll get that dip down to 81 there. But it's not a perfect world, so I don't know if we'll get the move. But that's everything I got here is calling for that move down to 81. So we're going to attempt to hold out for it and see if we can get this thing to float back lower here, where you get like the Dow up 400 points, still a very nice gain. That type of move will smash that NASDAQ down lower. Let's see if we can get that action going. Checking back here. FUSZ back up over $2 now. $2. We're long from 35 cents, trading $2. You got to get into some of these deals that I recommend on the
order pending
on the penny stocks. I think you're going to really like them. And on those, my rule on those, put $500 in it, and don't worry about it. If it pans out and we get 10 times our money, you got $5,000. Put $300 and put $200 and just put a little something in it. Put $200 in. If the stock goes 1,000%, which some of these really have that potential, we're up 500% already on FUSZ, and it's only getting started. $200 turns into 2,000. Yeehaw! Take the kids out for pizza. Well, they're re-goosing the market here, but we're trying to hold on the short term for the thing to still back off. But we took 10 points on that dip down there to 393.75, and they're really goosing them back hard here. Today may be a little tricky for swing trades, that's for sure. But we're going to hold a bullish or a bearish candle out here. You know how they say hold a candle up. We're going to hold a bearish candle out and see if they can start that slow grind process back to 95 again and start taking that 92 out, smash them down to 86. 80 or 87 is going to be our second level goal to take profits unless we get out of this trade. Took a third off at plus 10-point gain. We're watching for another dive, but the bulls are, my call was more than right, wasn't it? That bullish call. It still holds, but that's a rare call by me. That's a much longer term. That's like a 2 to 3 month overall bullish call. This is just the beginning, most likely. That's why it's so strong today, because this rebound off of yesterday's fade from Dow up 400 down to up only 50, all the bears started growling and making a big noise, but this is kind of stopping them all out. So now they're crying the blues. But I am looking for this thing to fade here. Just be patient. Let's see if we can get it to fade. Otherwise, we're going to have to. It's tricky today. Look at how tricky it is. My God. It's so tricky. It's a very difficult day to trade. Look at them coming back with this rebound here. My God, they just can't back it off for us. These bulls today are just the champions. The bulls are the champs here. Someone may ask, why didn't you buy the dip? Well, that's, first of all, the dynamic trend bands are in a bearish pattern, and second of all, it's already really extended on the upside. Look at that Dow up 500 now on this last upside goose. They got that Dow up 500. So now up 500 might be some kind of mental milestone where they go, ooh, Dow up 500, we got to fade it. I'm not saying necessarily, but a lot of times they'll do that on these even handles. Wow, Dow's up 500, CNBC's, toasting the champagne and all that. So maybe it'll fade, maybe not, but just stay ready. We may have to get out of this trade. It's just so tricky today. But we're still watching for a move for a pullback down to 65.87 is the second level where we're going to take partial gains and then ultimately move to 81. So let's see if we can fade 60 out. If and how strong we can fade. Like, in other words, if, first of all, so far they're trying to push them down there, but let's see if we can take 66 out and what they do with it. Like, so let's see if they really damage 66. I think they will. I think it's going to get hit. And the key will be under 95. And then smacking them under 95 should help our case for that move back down to 92. Okay, so let's see how hard and if and when. So far, the if is correct, and they are smashing them pretty hard here. So let's see if we can get them smashed a little harder on the downside. If you don't like this volatility, if it's scaring you, just stand aside. I'm going to trade my methods, because the room's open and we've already tested it earlier and everything, and we're kind of caught in just a really incredibly volatile market. But I'm watching for a move back under 95 here. We're right back to the center of the fibs again here. See if we can take that 96 out, smack that price down under 96, and give it a run back to 92 or lower. That's going to make the case for that dip down to 87
Order pending
for our second level profit taking. Okay, here we go. Now let's get some real sellers coming in here and smash this thing down under 92, and then make sure and take second level profits at 87. There we go. That's what we're going to see. Okay, 87. Take your second level profits out at 87. And then we're going to watch for 81 as our goal of this trade. There's 87, second level profits taken out now, and watch for a smash under 87 to knock them down to the 81 area. I'm going to monitor this. Stay ready to jump out anytime under 87, watching for 87 or lower, and especially 85. If we get down under 85, just stay ready to jump out anytime here. We got it. We got the second level there at 87. So I'm writing that down. 10 points on level 1, level 2, 87. So we're short at 375, so that represents a large gain, and that's level 2 now. And we're going to end up taking an example of 3 contracts and subdividing 3 by all these different price levels. But we're still watching for a move down to 81 area, down on this green line. We got to bust them down under 87, under 86, and hold them there. Now notice they went, how do you like my numbers? They went exactly to 86.5, right where this yellow line is. See that? And they bounced. So I know how to work these fibs very well, and I know how to work the swings when we get them. And we don't always get them, but today they just pushed the market so hard they forced a swing. So let's see now if we can, you can see how erratic the market is on the crude oil and the mini NASDAQ here. Let's see if we can take this thing down, smash it back down under 87, and get that 87 smashed out. Now, any dive under 85, no rhyme intended, any dive under 85, I'm going to be on extreme high alert to take profits. A move under 87, any dive under 85. I still got 81 on the radar. That's the number I want to finalize this trade. But I'm just letting you know, and if you're new to the room, this is your first time here, you hear it all the time. I'll adjust the numbers because I see stuff happening in the algorithms and in the prices and indicators as the market's trading, and I'll adjust things. So right now, we took our second level of profit at 87.
Order pending.
We're watching for another move down to 87, and if the prices starts diving lower and gets hammered under 95, we go on extreme high alert for staying ready to take profits on the trade. We're not going to take profits necessarily there, but if they go under 97 or 87, and then they keep hammering them more and they start pushing under 85, I'm going to have my finger on the trigger and I'm going to attempt to call an area. I'm watching all kinds of signals for extreme pressure move under that level to get us out ideally. And most likely we won't catch the exact bottom of that move if that happens. But we'll sure try. Sometimes we even do, but that doesn't matter. That's not important. It's just making the money here. So we're trying to see if we can smash this thing back down under 90. There we go. Back under 90. Get rid of 90 and start losing them again back down to 87. And I would even say any move down to 87 we can go on high alert, but especially breaking 87. Okay, stay ready. 87 breaking, and then 85. Any move under 85, stay on extreme alert, ready to exit the trade. I'm still targeting 81, but just stay ready because, you know, we may get a little selling pile on here driving them down to 81, but I'm trying my best here. Just watch for 87 to break and then 85. If 85 breaks, stay ready to jump out anytime. Otherwise, we're holding short for this market to get smashed a little bit lower here and start to lose ground. We got a new sell pattern setting up here, so we're watching to see if this thing can drop them down. Okay, I got some new information here. 81 should be in the cards, but I'm really going to be on high alert on a dip to 85 now. We might let them go at 85, just so you know. I might. I have to see. But there's a good chance we could let them go under 87, dropping them down towards 85. Stay ready here. Watching for a drop down to 85 or lower to cover up the trade. That's the official rule now. 85 or lower, we're going to buy the trade at the market. Go ahead and exit right there at the market. It's close enough. Exit. 86 quarter, 86.75, 85, 84.50. There it is. There's the 85. We got out at 86 quarter. I don't care. That was good. 86 quarter is the final deal there. So great job here. Let me total this up. Just take a breather here. That was a swing trade. We held out. It was very challenging, but we got them. Now here's what I'm going to do. Here's how we configure this. We take 0375 was our short entry, and we have plus 10 points on the first level. That's always our rule when we're in a swing trade is if we hit a 10-point gain, take 1/3 off, partial. Second level, 0375, we got out at 87. So that is, let's see here, 103 minus. Okay, that was a 1675 gain on that. And then level 3 was 0375 minus 86 point quarter, 17 half. You with me? 3 levels. We're out of the trade. Crystal clear. I called them and told you where we're going to get in, where we're going to get out. Now notice, remember I said 85? Look at that. That's why I changed it, because 81 didn't appear to me to be ready to go. 85 looked possible. They dipped them to 83, and now they're goosing them back up. This trade's done now. I don't know where they'll go from here. But so here's what we do now, is we take 10 points plus 16.75 plus 1750 equals divided by 3. This will give us the average gain on the overall trade was plus 1475. And that's the number I'm going to use for this trade. Whether you traded 10 contracts or 1 contract or whatever, that's the way we determine what this trade would be, because we took profits at 3 different levels. 2 of those levels were right down near the bottom. So 1475, and that was our gain on that trade. So great job holding that swing trade.